20 or so years ago, $55,000 could get you a lot of car. You could have had the Mercedes-Benz C55 AMG, the Audi S3, Cadillac CT-SV, or even this BMW M3 to name a few. These days, most of those cars are hovering around the $80,000 price tag. So then, what does $55,000 get you in today's money? Well, you can have any one of these three cars. There's the Audi S3, the Mercedes-Benz CLA 35 AMG, or the Acura Integra Type-S. They all start at around $55,000, in Canadian money, that is. Before we go any further, yes, we do know that the 2024 Mercedes CLA 35 AMG received a mid-cycle update. In addition to the new looks and refreshed interior, the 2-liter turbocharged engine receives a 48-volt mild hybrid system for improved engine response and fuel efficiency. Additionally, an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission replaces the old 7-speed dual-clutch. Unfortunately, at the time that we filmed this video, the 2024 CLA 35 AMG was not on sale yet. But while we don't have the 2024 CLA with us, this 2023 CLA produces the same 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Mercedes-Benz claims a 0 to 100 km/h time of 4.9 seconds. And this is what it sounds like. This 35 AMG is a good middle ground. It's more sportier to drive than the CLA 250, but it's not as hardcore as the 45 AMG. For 2024, that car has over 400 horsepower. This 35 AMG has more than enough power, and the ride is pretty compliant over bumps, or curbs when you're on a racetrack. The Mercedes-Benz CLA 35 AMG is equipped with standard 4MATIC all-wheel drive. This variable all-wheel drive system primarily sends the engine's power to the front wheels for improved fuel efficiency. But when the road conditions change and the car's computer detects wheel slip, the all-wheel drive system splits the engine's torque 50-50 for improved traction. This car also stops on a dime thanks to the AMG Performance brakes. 13.8-inch rotors with 4-piston calipers in the front provide most of the stopping force. Additionally, if equipped, adaptive dampers keep the weight transfer under heavy braking and cornering in check. The damping of the suspension can be changed through the AMG drive unit on the steering wheel or in the infotainment system. Although the CLA is considered an entry-level Mercedes-Benz vehicle, the interior is actually really nice. For the 2024 model year, it receives a new steering wheel with a dual-spoke design, and the touchpad, which is used to control the infotainment system on this 2023 model, will no longer be available on the 2024. Instead, the infotainment system will be controlled exclusively through the touchscreen. With options, the CLA 35 AMG can be equipped like an $80,000 car. Some of these features include Burmeister surround sound system, a head-up display, wireless phone charging pad, in-car Wi-Fi, augmented reality for the navigation system, surround view cameras, and ventilated front seats, to name a few. Of the three cars, this one has the most features that can be fitted to it. The Mercedes is not the only one that increases in price as soon as you start to add on the options. If you want options and features in the Audi S3, you will have to pay more. But unlike the Mercedes, the Audi S3 has a slightly lower starting price, and it's a little bit quicker too. The Audi S3 has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine just like the other two cars, and it produces broadly the same power as the Mercedes CLA, 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Additionally, it gets a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission just like the Mercedes, but Audi claims a 0 to 100 km/h time of 4.8 seconds, 0.1 seconds faster than the Mercedes. However, since we are on a racetrack, let's find out which one actually is faster in the real world and not on paper. It looks like it's true. The Audi S3 just edges the Mercedes-Benz CLA 35 AMG by about a car length. The Audi S3's engine produces peak torque more quickly in addition to having more horsepower than the CLA 35 AMG. The 7-speed dual-clutch automatic is slick shifting and never misses a beat. Optional adaptive dampers provide a sporty and taut ride in dynamic mode or a supple ride in comfort mode, with auto allowing the car to adjust the suspension based on the current road conditions. If you're tech savvy, then this Audi S3 is the car for you. The 10.1-inch touchscreen displays Audi's latest MMI interface, and you can option the S3 with a large 12.3-inch virtual cockpit. This is what Audi calls the digital driver display. But the features don't just stop at the screens. You can option the car with a head-up display, a wireless phone charging pad, dual-zone automatic climate control, a panoramic sunroof, Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system, and heated front seats, to name a few. You can also use your Android smartphone to load up to 6 profiles that can unlock and start the car using the My Audi app. But as I said earlier, it will cost you more for those extra features as soon as you start adding them on. For the best bang for your buck, it's the new Acura Integra Type-S that offers the most of it. The 2024 Integra Type-S has almost all of the same features as the Audi and Mercedes. It's equipped with perforated ultra-suede upholstery, heated seats in the front along with a heated steering wheel, a head-up display, dual-zone automatic climate control, a wireless phone charging pad, and many more features. But it doesn't have features such as ventilated front seats or built-in Wi-Fi, and the infotainment touchscreen is a little bit smaller than in the other two cars. However, you get the impression that the Integra Type-S was built as a driver's car. There's less things in here to distract you from driving. Speaking of which, let's go for a drive. Unlike the other two, the Acura Integra Type-S is a front-wheel drive only car. That means it doesn't get off the line as quickly as the S3 or the CLA 35 AMG. But it makes up for this by having more power. The 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine produces 320 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. That's good enough for a 0 to 100 km/h sprint in around 5 seconds. It all depends on how much wheel spin you get off the line and how quickly you can change gears yourself. Of the 3 cars, the Integra Type-S is the only one that is available with a 6-speed manual transmission. This is a slick shifting transmission with an active rev match function that perfectly blips the engine for smooth downshifts. Like the German cars, the Integra Type-S receives adaptive dampers for continuous contact with the road and to ensure that the power meets the pavement. It's also equipped with a limited slip differential. Furthermore, because this car doesn't have an all-wheel drive system like the other two, it is lighter. Coupled with the Civic Type R derived suspension, the Acura Integra is agile around corners and feels light on its tires. But unlike the Civic Type R, it's a bit more civil with a supple ride on city streets. The Acura Integra Type-S is a really impressive car. Although it has the highest starting price among these 3, it is a fully loaded car, so the only options are the paint colors. The Mercedes-Benz CLA 35 AMG is the one that can be loaded up like a luxury car, but it does cost the most out of these 3. And the Audi S3, well, that's one of the quickest ones of the bunch, and it has a very tech-savvy interior. If you would like to know more about any of these three cars, please don't hesitate to contact our product specialists at OpenRoad Audi Boundary in Burnaby, OpenRoad Mercedes-Benz in Surrey, or OpenRoad Acura in Richmond. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.